Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahushai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahushai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahushai, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect. It's going to be in the news going into the RFID microchip, which is the beast mark. Okay. And we're going to go into a couple different articles. This first one is going to be entitled Meet the Chip Man from pocketnow.com. Okay. It says a man who is 37 years old has put 32 chips under his skin to make payments by simply touching the contactless reader. So some buzzwords that you can hold on to when going into the mark of the beast. Okay. It's contactless, NFC, which stands for near field communication device, RFID, which stands for radio frequency identification device. Okay. What's some more? Apple Pay, Google Pay, Amazon Pay. Well, they got the Amazon Go stores where you can pretty much, what is it? I know they got the palm scanning where you can pay. Believe you could pay. They wanted. It was a thing that came out where they want to use your palm for you to be able to pay. And then they got the Amazon Go stores, man. So everything, all roads lead to the mark of the beast being implemented. Continuing on, it says the man calls himself a biohacker, and each, pretty much every credit card has that chip in it, you know. And just because you carry a credit card around does not mean you have the mark of the beast, man. You cannot be simple, because at the end of the day, when you go into that word charagma, which Abaratazah we gonna get, Lord willing we gonna get, it goes into an implanted mark, an imprinted mark. It says a man calls himself a biohacker and explains why he decided to embrace what may be needed for the next, and explains why he decided to embrace what may be the future for the next generation. And it's not maybe, it's not a question. See, Esau loves to throw gray areas and confusion out there. No, there's no confusion. The next big thing, the next system, the next step towards this new world order, okay, is a digital system, man, where everybody is microchipped, okay, and the elites, those pursuant to Ephesians 6, the powers that rule in darkness in high places, okay, them being in total control on the earth, on this realm, man. So let's get that word biohacker and see what that means. It says biohacking from Google, the activity of exploiting, let's see, what is biohacking? So we get a quick, simple definition. If not, we'll continue on. All right, we'll continue on. But yeah, man, pretty much biohacking goes into changing the biology, man, changing the body using technology. And Abaratazah, we're gonna get to the scriptures. We'll grab a couple more articles and get right to the scriptures, because that's what it's all about. This is all explained in the Holy Scriptures, man. Prophesied the thousands of years ago, man. And we're living in the times that this is about to be implemented. Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That shows his power, man. And it validates the Bible, man. And it was 144 when I said that. Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says, paying, this is the next article, from finsmeds.com. Paying with your hand using a microchip. pain. That's another one. Pain, payment. All this ties in together, man. If you haven't heard of the name Patrick Paulman, you are in for a treat or a shock. Paulman is known for causing a stir when he walks into a restaurant or a shop and pays for a food or a service. It says this is because his man does not need a bank card, cash, or even his mobile phone to pay his amount due. You see? So it went from bank card, from cash to the card, because Esau uses gradualism, so it went from physical payments. You had the bartering system, a bank, so it went from cash to the bank card, or even his mobile phone. And that's what you got. Each smartphone today has the Apple Pay, the Google Pay, where you got an Android or iPhone. The contactless payments where you just, scan your phone over the reader. Like I say, each debit card, pretty much all the debit cards and credit cards today have that the chip already in them, where you can they call it tap to pay. And that's using that NFC and RFID technology on the on the iPhone. They pretty much, like, when you come near when you come near at a like, what's that, the cashier, when you go, like, say you're in a not grocery store, but say you're in a gas station and you come near it, the iPhone will alert you. Hey, it'll be like the NFC tag will pop up. It'll ask you if you want to open up, to pretty much pay with it, man. So all this is conditioning, okay, for the people to when Esau really makes mandatory their chip, they'll already be ready for it. Continuing on, it says this is because his man does not need a bank card, cash, or even his mobile phone to pay his amount due. Instead, he simply places his left hand near a contactless card reader, that's what I meant to say, and the payment goes through. And it's in Esau, it's being pushed as convenient. Look how quick, I can pay for my goods using this, because what you had a couple years ago, you had to insert the chip into the register, and then now you can use a tap to pay, because when you insert the chip, you still have to go through the take a couple seconds more to enter your PIN, or skip your PIN. But with that tap to pay, it's instant. It's tap and then you go. And the simple are gonna be caught up in a couple seconds worth of your time. For judgment of that thermonuclear missile, for taking that chip, which Abarat says, we're gonna get all those scriptures. It says he is able to do this because back in 2019, he had a contactless payment microchip injected under his skin. And through this whole pandemic, you've had the buzzwords of contactless deliveries, stay at home, work from home, we bring it to you. Oh, we just leave your food at your door. You can get anything pretty much delivered to your front door nowadays, because that's where Esau Edom wants. He wants people to be in the metaverse. He wants to brain chip people. Everybody's living in a virtual reality where he controls it, which is very demonic, man. Technology is demonic. These devices we use, you can see anything on the web, man. And that's why it's very important to guard your spirit, because it's easy to get caught up in Instagram. You scrolling through, you seeing all different types of images, and that's putting, that's affecting your spirit, man. That's why it's best to abstain from social media if you can, which is all in balance. It says Paulman claims that the procedure. Okay, so that's all on that. We're gonna go to the next article. And this is probably gonna be the last one before we get to the scriptures, because I just wanted to highlight a couple different articles, because this is in the mainstream media, man. 12 days, 11 days ago, 9 days. We're in the year of 2022, the year of the turn up. You see, and everything is turning up. We've been starting with the apostles and elders. We've been waiting for this chip to be made mandatory, man, because this means that our salvation is nearer than we will leave. We got a couple prophecies left to play out, man, but this RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, is one of the biggest prophecies left to play out. It says from cheesier.com, would you consider a microchip payment for contactless payments? Can these microchip implants compare to what we do to our dogs? Yeah, and a lot of dogs, they'll go missing and they'll be chipped, and they get scanned, and it has their who their owner is on there. It has information on there where you can trace it back to its owner. And that chip is going to is a tracking device, man. They show you that in several movies. You can be tracked. One show, it was a show on Netflix. It was like a Pablo Escobar show, and pretty much the guy that was playing it was like the main character. He had that chip in him, man, and he was being tracked by the authorities, man. So they put it in the media. They'll put Esau Edom deals with confusion. They'll put it in the media right in your face and then lie about it. It says there's no doubt contactless payments make life much easier. Paying for purchases through your smartphone or smartwatch alleviates the need to carry cash or credit card, etc. And it's gonna be pushed as hey, the banks keep getting hacked. If you don't want to be at risk of your money getting hacked, take this chip. The chip can't be hacked. Which the creator of a device, he knows all things about the device. He can hack it if he wants. It says, now that microchip implants are a new idea, this is not a new idea. This is the goal of the New World Order, the Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is on the back of the dollar bill. You see? That's the plan of the elites, the rich international banking families that rule the world in secrecy, the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24. The book of Job 20 goes into that also. The first human implant was in 1998. Now that they are commercially available, Walletmore says it is the first to offer implantable payment microchips for sale to the public, with 500 sold so far. And in the U.S., you had a couple years back, what's that, 360? It was some company name. It was like something with the name to do with 360. They had in Wisconsin, they had a microchip party, man. And it's so simple and stupid when you think about it. Scanning your hand, when you could just hand the cashier cash and pay without selling your soul, man. Because we're gonna get to scriptures. So pretty much that's all on that. And this is an Edomite thing, because Esau is condemned no matter what. Esau is condemned no matter if he takes the chip or not, man. This is aimed at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You biblical Israelites. They want to chip you and put and pretty much take your soul which your soul belongs to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Deuteronomy 7:6, we are a holy people unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, a special people unto himself. And he calls the 17 other nations heathens, man. So we're going to go to the scriptures. You know, Revelation 13 is a very relevant book to the times that we're living in, man. Revelation chapter 13. We're going to start at the book of, we're going to start at verse, let's see, let it load. Well, yeah, we're living in the times of biblical prophecy coming to pass, and it's a beautiful time. Revelation 13:14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. When you go into that word miracles there, the key point stands out, transcending nature. You have this transhumanism agenda. You have people, I watch one thing where this guy had, you know, implants implanted to his body where he's saying he can pretty much experience colors more vividly. Because Esau, he consults with Satan on the left-hand side, which he is controlled by the Heavenly Father. And he gets left-handed revelations, left-handed power, you see? So they're trying to pretty much do what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai gives on the right-hand side to his servants, the prophets. And that power that he's given to his son Yahweh Shai, they're trying to do that on the left hand, man. With healing the sick, the blind, making making the blind to see, making the lame to walk, with these implants, with his technology, his science, his pseudoscience. Scriptures speak about science falsely so called. It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. The beast goes back to NATO and the EU, ran by Esau Edom in Babylon the Great, which is America, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And you see the image of the Roman, which this is, America is nothing but Rome 2.0. You see the Colosseums, the sports, the Colosseums, the modern day stadiums, the bread and circuses, which when it was like a Roman quote, or I think it was quoted by it was like going back to Rome, a quote, when pretty much the people start to inquire of what's going on in the world, hyperinflation, inflation, gas prices super high, food shortages, the talks of World War III. When the people start asking questions, that's when you pump out bread and circuses. You give them entertainment to keep their minds off, to keep their minds unfocused on prophecy, on what's going on, what's really going on. Which had the wound by a sword and did live. It's going into the Renaissance period, okay? In the Dark Ages, where the Israelites had taken down Esau, and we were ruling. Okay? Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? The elites, and you see this being marketed. You see they're talking about cashless, and that's another term, cashless society. Some stores have stopped accepting cash altogether, man, where you have to pay with either a debit card or the digital payments like Apple Pay, because it's all leading with. And then, like, say you go to most restaurants, due to the pandemic, because this was planned out. This is all a part of his New World Order, bringing in what's that? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but pretty much causing a problem and offering a solution. I can't think of the term, you know, but the elites have done it all throughout history. Cause a problem, get a reaction, and offer a solution, which comes from your government, which are just puppets to the elites. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. Everybody is going to be required to take this chip, or is going to be pushed on everybody. That's the hour of temptation. And it says, the scriptures say, Revelation 3:10, which is going to come upon all the world to try them that dwell therein. So whether you believe in this holy scriptures or don't believe, it don't matter who you are, you're gonna be faced with that chip. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond man is really gonna be marketed to bond men, man. People who really just want to get out of jail, been serving a life sentence, or 50 years, 70 years, 80 years. And it's gonna be marketed to them. But don't take that chip no matter what, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. The scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death. Abaratazah, that spirit be placed upon, starting with the top of the apostles and elders on down, man, to the Akim, to the rest of the Akim, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That charagma, an imprinted mark, an implanted mark, the implantable RFID microchip, which is put into the skin by that syringe, man, by that needle, or in their foreheads, the brain chip. And Elon Musk, Elon Musk is with his Neuralink is working on it. You got the Synchron company, and that's the ones that I've heard of, but that I've heard of, and I'm pretty sure that they have multiple companies working on it, man. Working on this technology, man. DARPA had announced, DARPA announced a chip that will be able to detect C-19 that they were working on, and that no man might buy or sell. We in the articles they keep talking about paying with that chip. This is what the scriptures are talking about. It only makes sense, and we're in those times. Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, you're gonna be an outcast off the grid. You're going to be rejected if you don't have that chip. Habakkuk 2 and 4 says, but the just shall live by his faith, the righteous. Those that are seeking and obedient to Yahweh Shem Yahushai are gonna live by faith. He has said his servants shall eat, shall drink, shall rejoice in those times. So we have to trust in that. Speaking myself first and foremost, that he is going to provide for us, those that are obedient to his will. Sirach, the 2nd chapter, who hath ever called upon him, who hath ever trusted in Yahweh Shem Yahushua the Lord, and been confounded and been disappointed in the Lord? Nobody, man. So hey, hopefully this has been edifying. Shalom.